My name is Rich Miner. I co-founded Android, and I'm excited to share with you my most recent project, InkAI, an idea that started with my PhD thesis over 30 years ago. I built a system to understand handwritten mathematical algorithms that would format the math and generate executable code. The notebook was the computer. For centuries, the notebook has been humanity's thinking tool. At InkAI, we're reimagining the notebook with generative artificial intelligence at its core. We leverage AI throughout the experience so the user is more organized and better prepared. Their notes are more complete and beautiful, and we empower them to follow up from meetings faster and with more precision. InkAI organizes your day and your notes. We use a familiar agenda format where you can see your day, your meetings, and your to-dos, and with one tap, you're in your meeting note. As you enter that note, we make sure you're prepared. Our AI-generated smart brief reminds you who you're meeting with, how you got introduced, and their backgrounds. It does this using your calendar, email, and the open web. We even fill out the header. And when the notes, like mine here, are messy and incomplete, InkAI cleans up the note, adds more content from the audio recorded in the meeting, and generates a cleaned up note, a summary, and key action items. You can see here how my messy notes on the left were enhanced. Taking a closer look, you can see detail about the amount of funding cleaned up and embellished. And our AI assistant created a clear set of detailed action items which soon will be integrated to your corporate or personal to-do manager. Let's look at InkAI on the Motorola Fold. Here you see me flipping through my collection of notebooks. At the top are my notebooks the AI has noticed I need for today's meetings. The rest can be sorted based on how recently or frequently the notebooks were used. These are all created and organized by our AI assistant. When I open the Fold, just like a notebook planner, I see my agenda for the day, my to-do list, and a small memo pad. Remember, the first goal was to make the user feel more organized. Providing a familiar presentation tied into the user's multiple calendars does just that. Now let's look at InkAI and some of its unique features working natively on the Motorola Fold. Remember, we want your notebook to look more beautiful. Here, we clean them up and organize the document in real time as it's written. We're recognizing the structure, the bulleted lists, cleaning up the handwriting, correcting your spelling, and producing a cleaner document. All of this in the handwriting style of the user's best penmanship. This added structure means you can edit this document as if it was typeset in Word. The list items can easily be moved around, but more than that, we can change the level of the indentation of the bullets and the system tracks those changes, reformatting the ink and even changing the graphic used to denote the bullet based on its indentation level. And of course, we support actions like inserting that forgotten item. Let's look at more structured elements. How many clicks does it usually take you to create a pie chart? With InkAI, you just draw it naturally and let the app do the rest. What about inserting and working with other content within your note? If someone's at the whiteboard or presenting something you want to capture, no worries. Just tap and insert from the camera, a gallery, or other apps. And how often have you wanted to follow along and mark up a slide deck within your notes? We built InkAI as a platform to make integration with other systems like Google Workspace simple. A few taps and the presentation is imported, distributed within your note, and ready for markup. And if that meeting is boring and you still want to look engaged, no worries. That platform within InkAI can implement games just as well. And we're already planning future versions of InkAI that we believe will have a huge role to play in education. Integrating with the school's learning management system, we can create notebooks for all of the students' classes. Each one of those notebooks with a built-in tutor. As the student takes notes or works on problems, the notebook comes alive to help them, sort of like Tom Riddle's diary in Harry Potter. where living within the notebook is your helpful virtual tutor to guide and assist you or to bring in related content as necessary. Other future capabilities we are imagining: a notebook that knows you, what you were drawing, what you're designing or sketching, and that can help. These are some of the future concepts that we're already exploring. And with that, we thank you for taking the time to learn a bit about what we're building with Ink AI.